Hey guys, so I recently received a PR package from Essence, including some of their face highlighting and bronzing products, and I am super excited to give them a try. So if you guys are curious to see what is new from Essence as far as bronzing, blush, and glow goes, then just keep watching. Okay, so everyone is familiar with the Pure Nude highlighter from Essence. Well, they've expanded their range and they have a spacelighter and a cosmolighter, so like a pinky tone one and a green tone one. So we'll be giving these a try today. I've heard great things about this Glow to Go highlighter palette from Essence. Can't wait to try that. They also have two new metal chrome blushes, which sound intriguing, but I'm not sure they're going to be for me, so we will give those a try. And finally, we have this luminous matte bronzing powder for lighter skin, which is calling to me. I only have a little bit of the Wet n Wild new foundation on my face, a little bit of La Mer pressed powder, and that's it. So we are good to go. So let's dive into bronzer. I think that's where I need to start. So this is what the inside of the packaging looks like. It's beautiful. It looks like it's got like a lighter tone in the center and a deeper tone on the outside. It says, the luminous matte bronzing powder contains light reflecting pigments for a fresh, naturally tan complexion, easy to blend texture, and soft matte finish on the skin. So let's swatch them. I mean, it's gorgeous. I don't even want to touch it, but let's swatch the two colors. Okay, inside looks like this, and outside looks like it's a bit warmer and a bit deeper. So here are the two shades. There's the lighter tone and the deeper. This one's actually more peachy tone and this one's a bit more warm tone. So I probably will end up just swirling the two together and see what I get here. Okay, so I get kind of like a combination of both. So we're gonna give it a try. All right, so I have my Sonia Kashuk. I don't know what you wanna call this. This is what I use for my bronzer. So I think I wanna start with just the light shade here and see what that looks like on the cheekbones. Ooh, it's very pigmented. You can see it right here. It looks almost like a peach on my skin. I don't know if I love that as a bronzer. I think I'd probably like it a lot as a blush. Alright, so let's try the deeper tone. So I'm just dipping into the outer portion, and we'll try that on the perimeter of my forehead. Okay, that one by itself looks very, very orange on me, so I think I'm just going to swirl them together and see what happens. Swirled together, try it over here. Okay, I think swirled together is probably the way to go. I'm getting more of like a peachy bronze, which is nice. It kind of reminds me of like the Guerlain bronzer that has like the blush in the center and the bronzer on the outside. I'm getting very similar vibes here. I don't have that one personally to test, but that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, swirled together I like it a lot better than just one color by itself. I'm liking this as like an all-over bronzer powder, not so much as a contour. I feel like I would need something a little bit cooler tone to actually do contouring on my face, but I'm not seeing the glow. Like, I have powdered my face so I don't have too much natural shine from the foundation, and I'm not really seeing any glow from that particular bronzer, so I'm not really sure why it's called a luminous matte bronzing powder, which seems like a contradiction to me. Perhaps the center color is the glow and the outer color is the matte. I have no idea. It's pretty and it's light. I would say it's like a peachy tone bronzer, so it's different from other things that I have in my collection, so I'll continue to use this. I feel like you need to use it sparingly, otherwise you will start to look maybe a little more on the orange tone side, so use sparingly, but it is pretty so far. So first impression of this one is it's nice, but I don't think it would work for deep skin tones or super, super pale. It might look a little too peach on you. All right, next up we have these metal chrome blushes, which in the pan look very scary to me. We have metal chrome copper crush, which is this one, which looks like a mauvey gray shade. And very shiny right there, so that would not be a blush for me. And then this kind of orangey one is My Name is Gold, Rosé Gold. Doesn't look at all rosy to me, but let me swatch it for you. This is what it looks like. And again, this is not going to be a blush for me. That would be a highlight. So if you're looking for a super glowy blush, check these out. But for my skin tone, these would not be blushes for me. So let me hop off, add some blush, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and added a little bit of the butter blush in this kind of neutral shade. I don't have a sticker on the bottom of mine, so I don't know the shade name. But it's just kind of nice. I don't know which way my makeup's going, so I wanted to stay kind of in the neutral zone here. Next up, we have the Glow palette and the two Pure Nude highlighters. So let's start off with swatching these first. Okay, let's start off with this palette because this palette looks beautiful. You get kind of like a similar shade to this one, kind of like a gray tone mauve shade, a deep bronze, a pink, and a gold. So let's swatch these. Okay, those look pretty. And then we have the light gold, the peach, the deeper bronzy gold one, and that kind of grayish pink one, which I can't quite figure out. So it doesn't look gray on my hand. Can you guys see the colors here? So these would probably be more for my skin tone. This would be like a bronzer topper for me or a highlight for a deeper skin tone. And this one I can't quite figure out. It looks pink on my hand. It doesn't look gray at all. So I think I want to try this one first, and then if I need to lighten it, use these two. So I'm going to grab my Shop Miss A AOA Studio F19 highlight brush. I love this one for highlighting. Let's start off with this one right here. Wow, that showed up a lot more than I expected it to. Okay, so from the side, it's a really beautiful color. Let's see what it looks like straight on. Straight on, I feel like I'm getting just the slightest gray cast right here. So the undertone might be just a little too cool tone for my skin. But on the side, it looks like this beautiful highlight. All right, so I like that. Let's add a little bit of the peach, maybe towards the apples of my cheeks, and the lightest gold on the high points of my cheeks. All right, so I'm just gonna dip into this peach one lightly. Buff it in here. Doesn't really look that peach here. Okay, and then the gold one, the high points. Ooh, I like that gold one. That's nice. Okay, so here's the gold one right here on the very high points. You can see that one's the most reflective. Added a little bit of the peach here on the apples of my cheeks, but you really can't tell that it's peach. It just kind of looks like just like a generic shimmer powder, so I'm not as impressed with this peach one on the face. On my arm, it doesn't look that peach either. It looks more like a champagne shade. So in this palette, I like the first and the last. I don't actually mind the undertone of this one too much. I feel like if I had more of a tan, it would look beautiful. So that's what is on this side. We have this one, a little of the peach on the apples, and the gold on the high points, and I really like the high point and this kind of like pinky one. So these are really nice. Moving on to the Pure Nude highlighters, we have the cosmolighter, which I like green highlighters personally. Some people don't. This is what it looks like. Right there. Green. And that is the green. I think I'm gonna like that on my face personally. It's not too lime, it's not too teal, so we will give that a try. And then the other one is the spacelighter, which is the pinky tone one right here. It's kind of like pinky violet, which is right here. So I think I will try the green one first. I have a different brush. This is a Wet n Wild highlight brush. I'm gonna go into the green one and see what happens on this side. I personally think that's really pretty. Maybe not everyday wearable, but I don't know. I always get so many compliments when I wear green highlights. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way it mixes with my skin tone. Just makes my skin look really glowy and beautiful, not so much green. So I really like that, but let me just take a little dip of the pink and try that on the Cupid's bow. So super reflective. It looks a little bit more purpley pink than straight up pink, which I personally don't like. I like the peachy pink highlights more than the pinky purple highlights. So for me, I'd say that this one's probably a pass. The Spacelighter is probably a pass for me. But I really like this Cosmolighter green one on this side, and I do like the Glow to Go palette. I think this is really pretty. I'd say that the Metal Chrome blushes are a pass for me as a blush, but if you have a deeper skin tone, these would make beautiful highlights. And the Essence Luminous Matte Bronzing Powder is really pretty. It is really light. It's peachy tone, not too orange. It's like a nice combination of peach and bronze with just a hint of warmth. Not really luminous at all, in my opinion, but I do think it's still a really nice bronzer, and I will continue to use it. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what was new from Essence as far as the glowy face powders go. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, and as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.